Saudi launches an over $50 billion investment plan, and Aramco takes a stake in a Renault-Geely JV. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. Saudi has launched $51.2 billion of investments led by local companies, including Aramco, SABIC, and Ma'aden, as part of the Sharik program, a $1.3 trillion investment initiative announced in 2021. The program has approved the first batch of projects, including 5 investments by Aramco in petrochemicals, cloud computing, and ship engines. Aqua Power will build the world's largest green hydrogen plant. Ma'aden will boost production of phosphate fertilizers, and SABIC will build the kingdom's first catalyst manufacturing hub. Meanwhile, Aramco is taking a minority stake in a new engine company that France's Renault and China's Geely plan to set up. It's unclear how much Aramco will invest, but Renault and Geely are expected to have equal stakes. The new JV is set to develop more efficient internal combustion engines and hybrid technologies. It will have the capacity to make more than 5 million engines and transmissions per year. Aramco's involvement is expected to drive breakthroughs in synthetic and hydrogen fuels. Eurozone annual inflation rate fell to 8.5% in February from 8.6% in January, but the drop was less than expected as food costs soar. Analysts had forecast a steeper fall to between 8.2% and 8.3%. Energy cost rises fell to 13.7% compared with 18.9% in January. Annual inflation has slowed since it hit a peak of 10.6% in October last year, but it remains much higher than the ECB target of 2%. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest winner today is Gautam Adani, a welcome change after weeks of bleeding billions. Adani is up $4.1 billion today with net wealth of $39.3 billion. Our second biggest winner today is Tencent's Ma Huateng, up $1.8 billion with net wealth of $38.3 billion. And our third place winner is Mexican telco mogul Carlos Slim Hello, up $1.6 billion with net wealth of $91.6 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. A jump in renewables and efficiency efforts helped curb carbon emissions growth from the surge in coal use last year. The IEA says emissions rose by less than 1%, but are still at a record high. It says the energy crisis didn't cause the major rise in global emissions that was initially feared. This is thanks to renewables, EVs, heat pumps, and energy-efficient technologies. It says without clean energy, the growth in CO2 emissions would have been nearly 3 times as high. China's military-industrial complex will start building its first constellation of very low Earth orbit satellites this year, the latest Chinese bid to catch up with Elon Musk's Starlink. SpaceX's Starlink network of more than 3,500 satellites are in low Earth orbit. It has tens of thousands of users in the U.S. so far and plans to add tens of thousands more satellites to its system, the largest of its kind. LEO satellites are cheaper and providing more efficient transmission than satellites at higher orbits. And staying with SpaceX, its Falcon rocket launched a crew of 4 astronauts to the International Space Station today from the Kennedy Space Center, including an Emirati. Among the crew is Emirati astronaut Sultan Al Nayadi, the second person from the UAE to take part in a space mission, and the first Arab astronaut set for an extended stay on board the ISS, which will last months. It's SpaceX's 6th operational mission for NASA's Commercial Crew program and comes after a technical issue prevented the launch earlier this week. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.